guys, for this tutorial we are going to be making beaded spiders. I used to make these a lot for my friends for like Christmas ornaments because we are creepy all year long. And I haven't made them in a while actually, and someone contacted me and wanted one, so I thought this might be a good little tutorial to do for you guys. I actually have made the one that they wanted, and I'll show her to you. So basically I'm just going to connect a chain, and she's going to be put a little hook on her, and she'll be a hanging ornament. The one we're going to make is going to be a little different, so I can just show you how you can use different beads and things. You'll notice she has like an oblong body, and this one was made using bugle beads and little seed beads. So the one we're going to make is going to have a round body. I'm going to be using this, just a round amber glass bead. Kind of has like a little AB shimmer to it. This one is about 18 millimeters, and this is going to be our butt, the butt of the spider. And then I'm going to use this 10 millimeter bead for the head. So it's just like an orange plastic bead. It's got some gold inlay in there. And since this has gold on it, everything else I'm going to be using is going to be gold, obviously. So you're going to need a head pin. The one I'm using has this little ball on the end. You could use a flat one or any other kind of decorative head pin that you would like to use. And then I got these from Michael's. These are going to be the legs. So this is a tube bead, so it's just one long bead. Okay, and then we are going to make the legs out of this wire. This is a 24 gauge wire. You're going to need 4 pieces of this, 5 inches long. Okay, this is a good wire to work with when you're making the spider legs. So, also on the 2 ends of the spider legs, I'm going to be using these little, they're just check glass beads. They're also an orange color. They're about 2 millimeters. As far as tools, you're going to need your cutters to cut your wire, and some round nose pliers, and then 2 pairs of flat pliers with no teeth. This will be for pulling our legs tight. Alright, so grab all your stuff. I'll grab my stuff and we'll get started. Okay guys, so I've got my stuff. I hope you've got your stuff. One thing I did forget to mention that you will need is a ruler, which I'm sure you figured out. You may already have your 4 pieces of wire cut out. I have 3 of mine cut out. For the sake of the video, I wanted to do one for you guys. Mine is on a roll and it's not staying on very well, but I'm just going to take my ruler, put it on the end, stretch this out to 5 inches here, and then cut. It's like a slinky. Okay, so when mine comes off the roll, it's a little bent. I want to grab my flat nose pliers, and I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be completely straight, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just makes using the beads easier, especially with these long tube beads. So I've got my 5-inch wires cut, 4 of them. Now what I'm going to do is take my ruler again, hold them all back up, find the very middle, which should be 2.5 inches, and take my round nose pliers and just grab them close as I can to the end without it coming off, and then I'm just going to bend these down towards each other. They might crisscross, that's okay. That's how they're going to look. Okay, so I need to do that to all of them. Find the middle. Grab and bend. If it's not the exact middle, it's okay. There you have it. 4 spider legs. So we're going to set these to the side for just a minute. And we're going to do our body. So we're going to take our head pin, our butt bead, go ahead and slide that on, and then our head bead. Now for this spider, she is an ornament. She'll hang. She's pretty. For this particular one, the reason that I picked these beads is because of all the facets in them and the kind of iridescent color to it. Mine hopefully will be somewhat of a, it'll be ornamental, but it's like a sun catcher, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know yet. So this is it, the body. It's easy. Got it on the head pin. Now we're going to make an eye hook, which will be where we'll connect our chain. Mine is a little long. I'm going to shorten it some. So I'm just going to take my clippers. Maybe halfway. Something like that. Maybe more if you want. It's up to you. Depends on how big you want your loop. Do mine a little bit more. So, I just snipped it off. Get my round nose pliers. Grab it. And I'm just going to bend it around till it stops. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with it. And then bend it till it touches. Just keep on bending until it touches the other side of the wire. Mine's not quite touching, but that's okay. And then I'm going to grab this side here. And I'm going to bend it backwards. Like so. I'm going to do this one more time. Now, if I'm trying to make an eye hook and this doesn't close all the way, I can usually just take my flat pliers and give that a little squeeze. and it'll close it right up. See? All good. So there we have it. Body. Body's the easy part. The next part is the more complicated part. It's not super complicated. It just takes a little patience and a little finagling. So I'm going to take, there's a space between the butt bead and the body. I've got my legs, my curve up top, my opening. Take my opening and I'm just going to stick it between the two beads like so. And then I'm going to crisscross the legs. Okay. See how they're crisscrossed right here? Now, it's easier if you lay this down flat and pull the legs. So that's what I suggest you do. I'm going to try to do it so you can see. I don't know if it's going to work out. So I'm just going to pull them as tight as I can. Now, it's not going to probably be tight enough. That's where we bring in our one set of flat pliers, and we're going to try to grab in as far as we can. And then our other set. And also grab in. I'm just going to give it a little tug away from each other. That'll tighten it around that head pin. Okay. So that one is on there pretty good. Now, see if I can use these to show you. See that? Okay, and I've still got some room here. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to let go of that. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to take these two. I'm going to have them be my bottom. So I'm going to just bend this wire kind of down and around, just so they're kind of out of the way. It doesn't have to look like anything yet. We're still applying, so we'll get all of that in order, but that just kind of helps keep it out of the way while we do our next ones. So I'm going to take my next one and I'm going to just slide it in right above that one. Okay. Again, laying it down flat will probably help to pull it tight. So trying to do this backwards, crisscrossing them over. And just pulling it around. I'm going to take my pliers again. Give them a little tug. Okay, so second set of legs. I'm going to just kind of bend these down a little too. Okay. There we go. Now, as you keep putting these in there, they should get tighter. The legs will be less loose. So take my third one, move it in on top. And the last one. Crisscross them over. Now I am going to lay mine down flat for this one because they get a little more unruly as you go. Okay. I'm going to take these pliers, take these pliers, give him a pull. Okay, by the time you get the third set on there, all I'm doing is straightening out a little kink I put in there. They'll start getting more stable. Okay. Okay. And now for the last one. Same thing. Try to slide it in right on top of that last one. Hold it through. Crisscross. Pulling them down. Grabbing them with my pliers. Give it a tug. Okay. That was already pointed up for me. Excellent. So I'm going to point my top ones up. I'm going to bend my second ones up just a little for now, because I don't want them all to be in the way of each other. Okay, there's our spider leg, body legs for now. Okay, so what I like to do now at this particular point is to lay it down flat on the table and press the legs down flat. Okay, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take my pliers. I'm going to make sure these are as tight as it's going to go. Okay. Now, and then like I said, I'm just going to press them down flat. Just like that. So they're all kind of even. And then we can start putting our beads on. So for the legs, I'm going to do one of the little seed beads first. If I can get it on there. Okay, I'm just going to let him slide down into there. And then I'm going to take my gold tube bead and just go ahead and stick it on there. And then another little seed bead. Just like that. Okay, now we're just going to, I'm actually going to trim a little of this off, probably half of it. And then I'm just going to take my round nose pliers and make a little loop. Okay, so I'm just going to twist this down. Just keep twisting it down until it reaches the seed bead. We're just making little loops, that's all. Just like that. Now I'm going to bend him back just a little, just so it looks even. So I'm just going to stick this there and kind of pull that back a little bit. Okay, and there's one leg. Now I'm going to actually twist this tube bead a little. Alright, and then we just move on to our next legs. We start with the little seed bead. Okay, let him get as far up in there as he can. It doesn't, they don't have to all be in the same spot. Seed bead. Okay, I'm going to trim this guy about halfway. Going to take my little round nose pliers here and just make another loop. And if it takes more than one loop, that's okay, just keep twisting it around until it's up against the little seed bead there. This one went a little wonky on me. Okay, push it together. Alright, and then we go to our next one. Now, see how I have these two pointing up? Because that's where he'll be hanging from. I'm going to point this one downward. Okay, I'm going to cut the half off again. Okay. Seed bead. Tube bead. Also pointing downward. So if we're holding him like this, we're going down like that. And then another seed bead. Okay, and there's one side of him. Now you can move your legs around, arrange it or whatever. Okay, and then we just do the other side, same exact way. And that's it, we're done. Okay guys, so we just got done doing the legs. We have the body done. At this point you can, you know, move your legs around, get them to wherever you'd like them. And then we are going to take, this is just a little piece of chain, probably some scrap chain off of something I tore apart to make something else. Got a little gold jump ring here, chain, and we're just going to connect this to our eye hook on our spider head. Close this up. We'll put a little hook on here. And this is our spider, our sun catching spider. Hopefully that works. I think she's beautiful. Definitely different. Again, you can use any color or type of stones. See how different these are. But they're both pretty in their own little ways. Let's see. I think they're cute. So, I mean, imagination's the limit. See if you can come up with something else. And yeah, give somebody a spider. Isn't that pretty? Look how it's sparkly. Hopefully in the sun it'll be even better because the lighting here is not great. Yeah, that's it. Beaded spider tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was good. Hope you like